Discarnatus, did I say that correctly?
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent.
That's it.
Let's start just, if you guys could introduce yourself and what you do in the band.
Who's starting?
I'm Adam. I play guitar and write the guitar parts for the songs.
Jordan Hammer, I do the vocals and the writing.
I'm Rusty. I play drums and write songs with Adam.
We all write songs.
We all write songs.
I'm Monty. I play bass. I write the bass.
He's slapping a
I
bass.
slap that
Yeah.
bass.
Sometimes it needs slapping.
Constantly.
He slaps.
So, give us the history. How'd you guys come together as a band?
Oh, Adam and I started playing music in a band called, what was it?
Martyr.
Martyr. Well, that was in like 2008, 2009 when
Yeah.
we first started playing.
Rusty lived in the shed in my backyard
Yeah.
at the time.
And we just started playing music, and it was terrible but also really good.
It's fun.
And then, yeah, and years
Jordan
later,
was doing vocals for us for a little while.
Yep.
And then I was in another band called the Crown Virgin that Monty was part of for a while. And then we just decided to get all of us together again, I guess. Well, we had another bassist for a while named and we released two albums. We had the demo and then Awaken Through Pain.
Yep.
And then moved to Arizona, I think. And then Monty stepped in.
All right. In the early days, you guys went by Discarnate at first. What happened there? Why'd the name change?
I think there's another band in Chicago called Discarnatus.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
There's one from Sweden too.
Yeah, there was a band in Sweden that I don't think they're active anymore, but we
I mean, they're
figured,
pretty tight too.
Yeah, good band, but we'd be the U.S. version of Discarnate, which is fine because there's a lot of different bands that U.S. and whatever. Yeah, there was shortly after we started, there was a band that popped up in Chicago called Discarnate, so we were like, oh, can't have that. So we changed the name.
Has there been any issues with transitioning that? Anybody go?
No,
Not really.
Not really.
really?
Nobody knows
Okay.
who we are, so it's fine.
Yeah. We don't play a ton of shows, so when it popped up, I was like, oh, I'm assuming that's them.
Yeah, our logo looks pretty much the same too, so I think
Yeah.
it's
It was
smooth
literally,
transition.
we chopped off the E and then filled in the U and the S. So
yeah.
that's about as creative as we got with that. Kind of focus more on the music.
All right. So your most recent release is Death and Depravity. Tell me about the process of writing that, recording, production, that whole deal. How'd that all work?
It started with me writing a bunch of riffs, I guess, pretty much, and then showing them to these guys, and we kind of decided which ones we wanted to keep, which ones we wanted to put together in songs, and then we kind of just started to squish them together into songs, and they kind of took a while to evolve into what they ended up being.
Yeah, we had most of those songs done, or we started writing, newer material as we were releasing, of course, and but yeah, we started, with a song. The writing process was start a song and have an interlude onto the next one and have it all kind of flow together as one, album.
Sure.
So it was, I liked it. It was an easy way to write.
Okay.
When Monty first joined the band, we were still playing Awaken Through Pain stuff, and you played, what, one show of that?
I played 2 shows of that stuff, and then you were like, hey, we have 4 weeks to learn a whole new record and play like a bunch of shows with that. So
Yeah.
here's 4 weeks. Learn it now. First time you ever heard any of these.
It was cool. Monty's great.
So I had to figure that off the fly of my pants.
Yeah.
Well, you did a nice job.
Adam and I have always kind of clicked really well musically. So
Yeah.
it's like, I have always felt like I could just click the sticks and just play anything and it would sound sweet. Obviously it helps that he has riffs written throughout the week because he gets all funky in the band room.
Yeah.
Playing the drum tracks nowadays and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. So we can just come together and can kind of pick up what he's putting down, and it flows really well together. And then Monty comes in and just fucking rips it up, and so then it sounds like a full band.
Awesome.
And then Jordan comes around and fucking writes those nasty lyrics, and it sounds great.
Since you brought it up, why don't you tell us about the nasty lyrics?
In the best way possible.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, for the lyric process, I write everything after the music's done.
Okay.
Kind of feel every song out. I have concepts and some lyrics written, but usually I hold back from writing anything until, the songs are, mostly done. I'll get kind of a feel for different things as songs come together. But yeah, mostly I don't release any lyrics. Kind of, leave the song title and the music and what the listener can actually perceive of it kind of as a mystery. Some of it's personal writing, some of it's not, but in a whole, yeah, just let the listener kind of perceive it as their own way, what you can catch or what you can't.
Sure.
And that's, for me, that's how it comes together, letting, the song kind of lead me onto what I'm writing and stuff. So it's kind of nice, to listen to something and not have everything there and have to kind of grasp exactly what you're listening to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to comment at all, without giving too much away, on what some of the themes are? I know you said some of it's personal, but...
I mean, personal, yeah, kind of just... It's not like personal, like, every day, this is what happened to me last year. This is something more in Awaken Through Pain. There was a lot of personal writing. Death and Depravity, not so much. There are, some things like blood communion, you'll see blood when we play. That comes from me. That's my own personal, ritual and thing I do. I don't encourage, I'm not saying go out there and cut yourself, that's my own thing. But yeah, no, I mean, there's not too much to comment on everything.
Okay.
And listen to the album, what you hear is, perceive it as you will.
All right. Let's jump onto the artwork. Specifically for Death and Depravity, who did that artwork?
My friend Andrejek from Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something. He had started drawing something, and I was like, oh, I really like that. Maybe we could use it for the new album artwork. So, and then just kind of told him some, themes of the album, and then he just kind of slowly added stuff into it and finished it. It was definitely, like you were saying, it's a departure from our older artwork, which was more just like photo manipulation.
Sure.
It was just me and my wife and Jordan who like kind of put stuff together before, and then my wife Kate did the Awaken Through Pain album artwork. Okay. That whole thing, and then
that was all watercolor, wasn't it?
Yeah, watercolor and charcoal, I think too. But
that's cool. Okay.
So yeah, just for this, we put a lot of time and money for us. We're all a bunch of like broke dudes trying to fucking do it as good as we possibly could. But you kind of hit a cap where you're just like, fuck, man. We only play like five to seven shows a year, and then you're putting, like $1,000 into an album art, between the artwork and the recording and stuff. It just gets a little bit overwhelming because you want to go all the way and make it as good as possible. But at the end of the day, we are limited with funds and stuff.
Sure.
So, but we took it as far as we could. Like with the album artwork, my friend Andrejek was gracious enough to, trade for that. Okay. And then with Rob at Waveform Audio, he's really great to work with.
That's
and
awesome.
I mean, in the grand scheme of what recording costs, he's much more affordable, but even then, you're still paying per hour to do something like that. Sure. So you kind of go in and try and knock it out as fast as you can. So it's not like a leisurely thing. But yeah.
Okay. So a couple weeks ago, I saw you guys play with Live It in Huntsman.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was a fun show. I mean, I think that was like the 6th or 7th time I've seen you guys, and it's always good.
Thanks,
every
guys.
time. But Adam, you told me that you guys were playing all new material that night.
Yeah, every song we played, brand new.
Yeah, that's the whole new album to be
Okay.
released, or recorded and released.
Has the writing process changed at all, or is it still basically
A
little
the
bit.
same way?
It's pretty close, really. It still starts with like, I write riffs and then show them to the guys and they thumbs up or thumb down them, and then we squish together ones that sound cool together. Sometimes I'll like pre-write them to flow into each other, you know what I mean?
Sure,
But, yeah, it kind of really just starts with guitar and then we put everything together from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of times he'll have some, like, to be brutally honest, he'll have something in your mind of what you think that I should be playing. I'm like just a very rudimentary, straightforward, self-taught drummer.
Okay.
So like I can play it like as clean as possible, but I am limited in my abilities. So I'm just like, well, I can't really do that. How about this? Then we make it, then we just kind of, restructure it just a little bit here and there so I can play within my abilities.
Sometimes it makes it turn out way cooler, honestly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And am I remembering right? You said that you're recording it yourselves this time. And
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
even more of a
Monty-
DIY approach.
Monty's doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on a 4-track cassette.
Okay.
Yeah, or the studio. Just think we'll give it a different sound and be, I don't know, kind of something more different and
Okay.
unique to what we're doing in this genre and kind of what that genre of like black metal or death metal or black and death metal, to try to make it kind of stand apart, but also like not completely alienate people who like the past previous records, you know, but trying to just make something sound different, weird. I don't know.
Are you looking for more of a lo-fi approach?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay.
But like not like using the aesthetic of lo-fi solely for the aesthetic of it.
Sure.
You know, not like, oh, this record just sounds like shit because it's recorded like shit.
Right.
That's the record, it's cult. Like not doing it like that. Like
Yeah.
taking our time with it, but wanting to do it ourselves, to have it and wholly be a product that's created entirely by us.
Okay.
You know, this is entirely a record that's crafted by us 100%, and there's no outside sources. No one else is putting their foot in saying this or that. And even though like previous opinions were great and everything, you know, we want to think with this one just kind of blanket statement, like this is us as a unit, wholeheartedly. You know, kind of no bullshit around it.
Okay. Is that going to be that way with the whole package, the music, the artwork, the everything?
Mostly.
We haven't really decided on artwork yet. We've got a few
Okay.
ideas that we've been kicking around.
It's definitely going to be less intricate and more straightforward. And I
Okay.
think that the whole album will just be better suited for that format.
Yeah.
Like doing it ourselves. We want it. It's out of necessity, for one.
Sure.
Because then we don't have to spend a ton on a recording budget. But honestly, the whole album's going to sound better because we're recording it ourselves and because we're going to do it more
We're mixing it
straightforward.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, we can make it sound exactly how we want it to sound.
Yeah. All the new songs are much more fitted for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be swirly.
Perfect. So far, you guys have stayed independent,
Yeah,
right? No label. Is this a conscious choice? Are you interested in having a label? Is it just the way it is right now?
I mean,
I would love if someone would put out a record
Yeah.
for us. You know what I mean?
pay for our shit, please.
Yeah,
Somebody.
and it's not even about like getting financial status because of signing to a label or something. We just like, if we could find a label that would be like, hey, we'll put in half if you put in half, and you can get half the records, or you can have 3/4 of them. We'll just take a quarter because that's probably all we're gonna be able to sell.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's
The
just we
promotion
haven't-
alone would be really nice,
Sure.
Yeah.
honestly. But I mean, we don't mind doing everything on our own. It's fun that way, and we're gonna keep doing that for ever.
Sure.
Anyway. So So yeah, whatever. Just
We enjoy, yeah.
being signed would make it a little bit easier to do because, again, we're all broke as fuck. So,
We enjoy doing, we enjoy, doing everything ourselves, leisurely as we please, no, not that there's, pressure under a label or anything, but, having more of a, underground presence just to come and go as we please and everything. It's nice.
And the way that, at least for me, like I run my own business, so I can't like, if we signed on to a label and like had expectations of like touring and stuff, I'm pretty limited as to what I can do and like.
Sure.
And I mean, a lot of us have just a lot going on, so to take off for like 2 to 3 weeks at a time or something, though that sounds amazing, I don't know if we could even do it. You know what I mean?
Bands
So,
do it, honestly.
yeah,
I don't know how any band does it unless they're big enough to just live off their earnings as a band.
right.
well, a lot of bands just live in the same house together and fucking just leave in a van. And go off and try and pay that rent, you know what I mean? So that by the time they get home, they have enough to cut it. And then all they do is practice. And then they fucking do that for like 8 years, and then maybe, just maybe, they might get signed.
Right.
You know? Which is sweet. Like, if you're committed and you love music, fucking go for it. But we all have like other commitments that we're all committed
got our own
to.
shit going on. Too.
And music is just like a super nice thing to have on the side for us, and it like just it's, even though we all love what we do on the other side of things, it's nice to get away from that and just fucking write music and play heavy music, and that's a release in itself.
Yeah, best part of my week for sure is band practice.
Yeah, fucking playing heavy music, that's what it's all about.
Heavy metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.